It's been a busy week already in the world of UK politics, with Keir Starmer here, there and everywhere. Along the way, he has made a few speeches and incriminated himself as he has been buried publicly in interviews. In today's video, we will discuss this, whilst also going over all of the latest news from up and down the country. But first, hit the like and subscribe button and join our fast-growing community. Former Conservative MP Jake Berry has branded Prime Minister Keir Starmer and his wife Victoria as grifters, amid a growing controversy over undeclared clothing donations. Speaking in an interview, Berry criticised the couple's acceptance of gifts despite their combined income of £200,000 and free accommodation at 10 Downing Street. "It's double standards and hypocrisy writ large across this Labour Party," Berry said. The row centres on allegations that Sir Keir broke parliamentary rules by failing to declare clothing and personal shopper services gifted to Lady Starmer by Labour donor Lord Wahid Ali within the required 28-day timeframe. The gifts reportedly covered the cost of a personal shopper, clothes and alterations for Lady Starmer, both before and after Labour's election win in July. MPs are required to register gifts and donations within 28 days under parliamentary rules. The Conservatives have written to the Parliamentary Standards Commissioner, calling for an investigation into Sir Keir's failure to declare the donations. This controversy follows a recent row over Lord Ali being granted a Downing Street security pass without an official government role. Sir Keir Starmer has defended his actions, insisting that rules are being followed regarding the declarations. "It's very important to me that the rules are followed," he told reporters in Rome. The Prime Minister explained that his team had reached out for advice on what declarations should be made shortly after the election. They then sought out for further advice more recently, as a result of which they made the relevant declarations, Sir Keir added. He emphasised the importance of transparency, stating, "It is very important that you and others can see the rules are being followed." Conservative MP Andrew Griffith has demanded a full investigation into the scandal, calling it not the first instance of the Prime Minister failing to declare donations. Griffith criticised Sir Keir's acceptance of gifts, stating, "It beggars belief that the Prime Minister thinks it's acceptable that pensioners on £13,000 a year can afford to heat their home when he earns 12 times that, but apparently can't afford to clothe himself or his wife." Jake Berry echoed these sentiments, accusing the Starmers of wanting all the freebies, while denying pensioners £200 in benefits. "He and his wife are a pair of grifters squatting in number 10, Berry said. Sadiq Khan plans to pedestrianise London's Oxford Street, despite warnings that the popular shopping hub will become a no-go zone. The Mayor of London said that urgent action was needed to give the iconic High Street a new lease of life, after a shift to online shopping and the COVID-19 pandemic battered the road. Under the proposal, a 0.7-mile, 1.1 kilometre stretch between Oxford Circus and Marble Arch would see traffic banned, with the potential for further expansion into Tottenham Court Road in the future. The busy area, which has become blighted with pickpockets and shoplifters, is currently bus, taxi and cycle only from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday to Saturday, between Portman Street to Great Portland Street. Oxford Street was once the jewel in the crown of Britain's retail sector, but there's no doubt that it has suffered hugely over the last decade, Khan said. In 2018, Khan tried to stop vehicles going down the bustling street, which sees around 500,000 visitors every day. However, it was blocked by the then Conservative-run Westminster City Council. The bid has been backed by Angela Rayner, the Deputy Prime Minister, who said pedestrianisation will drive growth by creating new jobs, generating economic activity and giving a much-needed boost to London's nighttime economy. As the Secretary of State for Housing, Communities and Local Government, Rayner's approval is crucial to the traffic ban implementation. Khan needs her permission to establish a new mayoral development corporation, which would provide planning powers and allow the mayor to overrule the council. However, many have slammed the plans, saying that the lights from vehicles, as well as their presence alone, make people feel more at ease in the pickpocketing hotspot. Recent viral videos have shown thieves on bikes snatching shoppers' phone out of their hands before quickly fleeing the scene. Steve McNamara, of the London Taxi Drivers Association, told The Telegraph, "My members have lost all confidence in the police. Of course, that's compounded by the level of street crime that they witness on a daily basis. The big thing that our members witness on a daily basis is phone snatches in London. And so they're thinking, well, what's the point in me ringing up and reporting that when nobody's doing anything about it?" The Marylebone Association, which previously campaigned against pedestrianising the street, said Khan's plans risk making the street even more dangerous. After dark, the street is very different to during the day, and having vehicles moving past makes it a lot more comfortable, said a spokesman. Others have cautioned that the plans could risk creating a massive public protest area, which could make individuals potentially feel unsafe. There have also been warnings that the scheme could make it harder for disabled people to access the shops. Laura Vitinanza, a spokesman for Inclusion London, the disability campaign group, said, "Fully pedestrianising Oxford Street would make it extremely difficult for disabled people, particularly people with mobility impairments, to travel safely and independently." Westminster City Council Chief Executive Stuart Love said that for the past 2 years, the authority has worked with businesses and resident groups to create a £90 million shovel-ready plan to improve the area without banning traffic. Their plan would maintain direct bus access to Oxford Street, which they said was crucial to shoppers, workers, disabled, elderly, and those on low incomes. He said, "The latest pedestrianisation proposal from the Mayor of London was only shared with us last Thursday. It will be important to receive further details about what is planned, including how long it could take to be delivered and how the concerns of local residents and users of the street will be addressed. We will want to know how they will benefit from any proposals, particularly given the practical challenges pedestrianisation may have for the wider area." He added, "The Council intends to work constructively with the Mayor and the Government to ensure the best outcomes for local communities, businesses, and London." Lastly, the BBC have been urged to demand their salary back from Huw Edwards after the disgraced newsreader was given a 6-month sentence, suspended for 2 years. Edwards pleaded guilty to 3 charges of making indecent images of children and will be placed on the sex offenders register for 7 years. However, the sentencing has sparked calls for the former presenter to hand back the salary he was paid whilst suspended by the BBC, an estimated £200,000. Edwards was formerly the highest-paid journalist at the broadcasting giant, earning almost £500,000 a year before his arrest in November 2023. What are your thoughts on what we discussed in today's video? Let me know down in the comments section below. If you've not yet already, make sure you do drop a like on this video and subscribe to the channel for more British content. Thank you. Take care. Goodbye.